Hello and welcome to V8 TechWorks. So today we are going to look at how you can be able to run this application that we built on earlier videos to be able to run it from my GitHub account so that you'll be able to clone that project and run on your computer. So what you'll do is that when you go to the video of this that we are calling Parcel Delivery System, what will happen is that on the description of that video you'll find a link to my GitHub. So you just need to click that link. You'll be directed to this GitHub here, and this is my personal GitHub. And also here, if you come to this repositories here, you'll be able to find this you are going to find this full stack parcel delivery system. So what you can do is that you can make sure that you click on this, but even also you can make sure that you follow my GitHub, and so that also you'll be able to see the project that I'm building. So you will click on this repo that has all that code. So if you click here, you'll be able to see everything that I have built. So for example, here you'll be able to see my front end, background services, backend, and admin here. So I want to open one of the folders here. For example, for the backend, if you click on the backend here, one thing that you'll notice is that we don't have node modules here, that folder, and that's because when I was creating this application, so I actually added this git ignore here, and one of the folder that I told Git to ignore is node modules, because this is where packages are being stored. So to run this application from my GitHub, what you need is that you need first of all to have installed Git. So make sure that when you come to your terminal, either it is Mac OS or Windows or Linux, you need to just type Git to check if you have Git, like that. So if you have Git, you'll be able to see these options here. So if you don't have Git, then you'll find that it will let you know that that command doesn't exist. So then the other thing that you need to do is that you need to go to where you want to clone that project. For example, here I'm going to documents right here, and under documents I can also just go to desktop. Let me just go desktop because I have the similar project in the same place like in the documents. So I'm going to desktop here, so navigate to desktop like that, and then when you go to the desktop here, you need to clone here. If you want to clone here, then it will be easy. So what you'll do is that you just type git clone, and then you need the URL of this repo. So I'm going to go back here, and you open this folder here for full stack parcel delivery system. You'll be able to see like this part here, or this that we are calling git, or this URL for my GitHub. So you are going to copy that like that, and then the other thing that you need to do is that you are going to add that here. So you can be able to add that URL here, and then click enter. So you can see here it is starting to clone. Here for my Git, I need to add my passphrase, but in your case, you won't be required to add the passphrase. So after that, it will clone the whole project. So you can see here the cloning of the whole project is done. So if I come now to the desktop here, so let me open my desktop here. Let me just come to the desktop here, and you'll be able to see full stack parcel delivery system. So here is where we have all of the code. So what you can do if you use VS Code, so what you need to do is that you are going to get into that folder. So first of all, let me clear, and then the other thing is that you are going to open that folder using VS Code here. So let me open it. So it has opened for me, and you can see all the folders are there. For the admin, you can be able to see we have admin here, we have our backend here, and we have background services here. So what you can do is that because we don't have node modules folders here, so for example, if you check here, we don't have node modules, and what you need to do is that you need to have the packages that I'm using in my project. Because if you check for example in the package.json here, you'd be able to see that like we have packages here, but these packages have not been or are not added in this let's say backend here, and also for the admin it is not added. But using npm will check for this file that is called bucket.json, and it will be able to understand that these packages here are the ones that are required in this project, and that's why you can see they are under dependencies. So meaning that this project depends on these packages here. So to be able to install them again so that you can have those packages, what you just need to do is that you can come here to the terminal. So I can come here to the terminal, and let me first of all close this debug console. So when this open the terminal here, what you need to do is that, or even also if you want to use this command prompt that is for your computer, also you can be able to do that, but you need to get into the folder. For example, you can start with the backend here, and when you enter on your backend, the other thing that you need to do is npm install. You need to do that npm install, and then it will install all the packages that are required to run this application, like that. So it is running. So you can see here it is installing the packages, and we are going to do this for all those parts, for background services, for admin, and for the front end. So when it has finished installing these packages for our backend here, you'll be able to see that we have now these node underscore modules, and this is where now the packages have been installed, or the dependencies for this project. So the other thing that you need to do is that I'm going to clear, and then here I can be able to get to, first of all, to get to background services, so like that. And then here I'm going also to install all the packages using npm install. So let us wait until this npm install here have been installed, or the packages have been installed for background services. And this also we are going to install for front end here and for the admin. So let's do the same, but right here I'm going to just pause for a while, and then I'm going to continue when I have already installed all the packages that are required for this project. So if you check here now for the admin, you can be able to see node modules. Also for the backend here, you can see we have node modules. For the background, the same background services, we have it. And also here, if you check, you'll be able to see node underscore modules. So what we are going to do right now, after this now, what we need to do is that you need to come here within your backend, and you need to create a file that is called .env file. So like that. So here you are going to create this file, and also for background services also you need to create the same. So we have this one that is under the backend folder here, and inside background services also we have to have this .env. So what you are going to do right now is that inside here in your backend, and here for .env, you need to get some secret files that you don't want to push to your GitHub, and because that's where the thing that I did. Because if you check for the other project, so this is the other project, you can see here in the .ignore here I included .env because I didn't want to push this .env file here to my GitHub, because it contains things that are private and things that are secret. So to run this project, what you need to do is that you need to add this .env, because if you check here, you'll be able to see that we have that .env file here that contains my MongoDB, the port number that runs, that our server is running on, and also things like password here. So I'm going to copy everything inside here for my backend first. So let me get everything inside here, and I'm going to paste inside this part here that I'm calling the .env for my backend here. I'm going to paste it here, because these are the things that also we are going to require in order for it to be connected with the database. Also, I'm going back to this project that I created with you. Also inside my background services, let me open my background services. You can see also here we have .env file where we have our port, the same MongoDB, and also we have things like email, password, all of those things. So I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going back to this project here, and I'm going to, in this .env file here, I'm going to paste that, and now we have the everything that we require. So for this one here, for like this MongoDB here, what you need to do is that you need to create your MongoDB. You can check how you can be able to create a cluster for MongoDB or a database in MongoDB, and then add your own URL here. Things like port number, you can just add it like that, and this variable should be the same. You should not use like a small letters. It should be like the one that you see here. So for the port number here, for the password, and also here for this JWT_sec. So this one here will be the things that you are going to require inside .env. MongoDB you create for your own, because that's something that I showed you in the project, or you can check for other tutorials on how to create a database in MongoDB. Also this port number, you can specify the port that you want your server to run. It should be between 1 to 6,600 and 65,000, I think 350 something. So it should be about there, but if you find that one port is being used, you can change it. But also I can advise you to just make it 8,000. And also here you can see we have this password. You can write anything here, and also you can write like this one, parcel at 2024, and also this JWT_sec here. You can just add like parcel 1 2 3 4. So for the background services, so for the .env that is inside this background services here, also here you need port, and you can see here I'm using a different port from the one for the backend here, and because this is 8,000, for this one is 8,000 and 8,001, because they cannot be able to run on the same port because they are different services. So another thing is the DB here, the DB that you create for MongoDB here, it will, for your backend, it should be the same. You need to get that URL and paste it here. You are going to use your own email and your own password for that email, but for the email here, it should be the email that you want to be sending email with in your application. And also for the password here, this is not like the normal password that you use to log in into your inbox. This is app password, and already I have shown you how to get this app password from your email, so that you can be able to use it to send password in applications. So another thing is here you need to have this pass, and you are going to add the same password here. So you can see we have pass here, so just make sure that you copy this and paste it here, because we are using this password to be able to encrypt and decrypt password from the database. So then after this, now what we are going to do is just to run the application. So I'm going to save all of this, and then let me just close this .env files here. So here we can start by running the admin. So I'm going to just run npm run dev here, and you'll be able to see that it will be running on another port. So you can see here it's running. So yeah, you can see it is running on port 5175. Also I'm going to open, and let's open another terminal here, and in here you can be able to have a new terminal, so like that. So let's let it load. It is still loading here. So also we are going to have other terminals. So for this one also I can go to, let's say, front end. So front end here, and I'm going to open, or to run it now, open npm run dev like that. Also we are going to have other two terminals. So let me open a new terminal also. So for this one, I'm going to run for the backend and also for background services. So if I check here, you'll be able to see that also my front end is running here, and it's running on port 5176. So for this one now, for this another terminal here, I'm going to get into the backend, and here this where you can be able to run, maybe you can use node-mon or index or node. You can actually use node index.js, and also if you can also be able to use node mod and then index.js. So if you do that, you'll be able to see that it will be able to run and also connect to your database. Make sure that you have watched the video that I show how to create a MongoDB and how to make sure that you have allowed access. And then another thing is that also we can have another terminal here, and that terminal now is for background services. So I'm going to add here backgrounds. I'm going to get into background services like that, and then we are going to do the same node index.js like that. And then this is where now we are going to also add, now you can see now it's connected to your database, and then they are connecting for the same database. So if I come here, for example, for this front end here and click here, you'll be able to see that application is running. So it is going to open for us home page. So it is loading here, and you can be able to see that. So the other thing is that if I come to the admin here also, we can do the same. So we can open like that, and then you'll be able to be redirected to the admin here. And for the admin here, you need to be directed to login here. So for example here, you need to get to the login. And the other thing is that because for the admin here, I never also added the authentication, what you can do is that you can just redirect yourself to the home page here, and you can implement that authentication for yourself. So let me just come here and maybe go to the home page like that. So you'll be directed right here, and here you can be able to see like the users, and these users are from the database, also delivered parcel and everything. So here you can, first of all, when you start, you come here to create the user, and then you are going to add a new user. Make sure that now you can enter the name here, the email that you want, and also here you can add the age, the country, and the address. So when you add all of this, you'll find that the email that you have specified here, you'll be able to receive an email that has the authentication details, for example, email and password. So after that, you just come here and you'll be able to log in here. So after that, now you'll be able to just come here, also create a parcel. You can assign that that email that you have added the user as a person who is sending that parcel. And when you log in here or reload again, you'll be able to find that parcel will be able to appear on the dashboard from this part for the front end here. And also the other thing that you should not forget is that also you'll be able to receive that email that is to tell them that they've got a parcel, both for the person who is sending or the sender, and also for the recipient. And that's how you can run this application from the GitHub. So if you haven't watched this full stack application, just go back and watch those part 1 and part 2. And also before I released part 1 and part 2, I was creating that project in series. So you can decide to go with the series part, whereby you can be able to watch one video at a day, or maybe one video at a time. Or if you want to go to watch it like a 7-hour video, there's that part, and you can be able to watch it after. It is before I release this video that I'm recording right now. So just go back, watch that project and see how this project works, so that you'll be able to understand when you are running it. Also, if you are a student and you want to use this project as your school project, also you can contact me so that I can guide you on how to run this project, and also how to make sure that you have completed it, maybe somewhere that it has not been it has not been completed uh, fully. So I will be able to charge you like a very small fee, because I understand also you're a student and there are so many things that also you are experiencing, like your tuition fee, and also maybe if you're paying your mentors. So I'm going to charge you like only $10, and then you'll get this project, and I'm going to show you how to run it and also to use it as your final year project or your school project. So that is it. I don't want to make this video longer than this. I'm trying to create a video for deploying this project, so bear with me. I'm going to show you how to deploy this full stack project to the servers or to the VPSs. So that is it. Remember to like this video and also subscribe to my YouTube channel so that also we can grow together and get more projects. Remember also to turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified the next time I upload a new video. See you then. Have a great day.